done. Intro. It's intro time. Shush. Everyone shut up. We got more stories to cover and a short time to get there. So let's cover one additional story here. We're jumping into updates on Ubisoft, the nightmare snowball that never stops growing for them. Ubisoft's Japanese consultant that also commented for the New York Times and attacked gamers over Assassin's Creed Shadows is reportedly an employee of Sweet Baby Inc. Sweet Baby Inc. is now like it's like a verb. You got Sweet Baby Inked. Like you're like everyone.
You got inked, cuz.
It's the fucking death touch for gaming, and I am so proud of the gaming community as a whole that we have learned to identify this shit so much more effectively than even like 3 years ago. 3 years ago, all this garbage was getting past us, and we were like, oh, what else are we gonna play? And then Sweet Baby Inc. Detected came out. They started listing everything. Everyone got on the bandwagon and was like, oh, we can actually hurt these people who are trying to destroy our franchises and trying to ruin our experiences in the gaming universe, attacking us, calling us racist, calling us bigots, calling us misogynists, trying to like make art, trying to make all of these games ugly and just like hard to play with modern messaging.
It wasn't even like an attack campaign. It's just like exposing who's behind this game that really fucked with you.
But the point is that like when the Budweiser effect, right? When Budweiser came out, everyone did it, or what?
Bud Light.
Budweiser. Anheuser-Busch.
Then you might as well name all the other beers that are under Anheuser-Busch.
Oh, what? Why would what? That logic doesn't track. Anheuser-Busch is the company that's up.
Bud Light has its own marketing department.
So what? Anheuser-Busch suffered on every front.
It's not like they checked off on it.
It doesn't matter.
Like you can't blame the dude at the top for the shit that the peons are doing.
At the top? He's the guy.
The peons are doing.
This is the guy.
And subsidiary companies.
It all ends with the president.
I don't know
CEO.
why I got so heated on that.
It's just weird to me that you're like, you can't blame the guy in charge of everything. Like,
I'm still on this BioWare shit.
Why were you saying that? Like, you can't blame the guy in charge of everything. That was such a weird.
He's not in charge of everything.
He's a CEO. He's literally responsible for everything.
Do you know a CEO that runs marketing?
Elon.
Does he get passed on his desk?
Elon literally like does so much of the marketing for Twitter.
He's like a good CEO.
Yeah. So a qualifier for being a good CEO would be running the marketing.
Technically, the CEO of my company doesn't know what the fuck we're doing when it comes to.
Well, I'm fucking trying, doing everything I can.
I wasn't talking about this company, another company.
Oh, well, this company too.
I have too many companies.
Slim, how you doing?
I'm just enjoying this.
Where the fuck have you been?
The Sweet Baby.
I don't know.
The point I was making about Bud Light. I'll fine. It's not a point to die on. It's like Bud Light. Fine.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay.
Say which chest.
The point I was making about Bud Light was real American. The point I was making about Bud Light was that when the boycotts started to happen, they happened organically. People heard the news and they're like, fuck this. I'm out. I don't want to anymore. I'm sick of this shit. And then people started to organize after the organic response. Now that you have when Sweet Baby Inc. Detected with Suicide Squad Kills the Justice League, when that was kind of breaking, that was an organic response, and some guy from Brazil was like, fuck it, I'm gonna make a Steam curator page.
Was that the powder keg that kind of went off? Was Suicide Squad?
Yeah. Yep, it was Suicide Squad Kills the Justice League was kind of like the fuck this.
Feels like it's been forever.
And it does, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm.
But the guy who was curating the forum was getting super attacked. And now everyone's like, this is just knowledge we need to make an informed purchase. It's like, is the game expensive? Is the game fun? Is the game being positively reviewed by people I trust? Is the game woke? Like, these are the things, the boxes people are checking now when they're making purchasing decisions. And it's starting to cripple these fucking gaming companies. So it's not like an attack. It's just organic.
Yeah, it's just.
The guy who runs the Steam page, I don't think there's any way to get monetized from that. So I'm pretty sure he's just doing it out of a sheer animus towards this this culture of trying to modernize games.
Yeah, it's insane how I mean, I'm loving it, but it's like
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
how like just normal people are just like tuning out when it comes to this stuff. They're just like, yep, no, all right, just is not for me. Not gonna purchase. It's like going back to the BioWare thing. It's like people are making videos of just like the character creator and all that shit, and then you go through the comment section, and it's just thousands of comments. There's like DOA, dead on arrival,
Yeah.
fuck this
Yeah.
company, blah blah blah, and then and then yeah, I was also sitting there. I was like, well, just don't create a titless woman, and then we'll see how the rest of the game is.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
but everyone's like, yeah, no, we're not gonna do this. Not gonna buy.
That's the rate.
BioWare's dead. And then people are like,
No.
I'm scared for Mass Effect 4 now. It's like, if this game doesn't sell well, there is no BioWare.
That's good.
They've had 2 flops in a row.
In my mind, the entire industry, like everything in gaming got more expensive when everything was being innovated and should have been getting cheaper. Like everything should, like innovation should have brought the industry to a point where you're more profitable with your game, not less profitable.
We're not hiring a meritocracy anymore, though, so everything's more expensive.
Right. That's like the games industry and Hollywood specifically are industries where it should have become cheaper and easier to make stuff, not harder. Like you innovated backwards. You put every restriction on yourself you possibly could, and now everything's more expensive. And the game industry is like, we have to jack up the prices even more. We like the games industry needs like a 15% increase across the board in order to remain competitive and viable. I'm like, or why don't you spend a reasonable amount of money to create a reasonably good product that's complete? I mean, shit, I would take a game that's like graphically the quality of like a 90s game over almost anything that's out right now.
That's another thing that's been popping up lately. It's like, these studios don't even know what gamers want anymore. No one gives a fuck about like graphic fidelity.
No.
Like, if it runs smooth, I don't care what the graphics look like, as long as you got good gameplay or good story.
Yeah. And yeah, honestly, that's exactly right. Like Jeremy from Geeks and Gamer echoed it, and I was like, finally, they're talking about it. It's like,
Oh yeah, that's probably where I heard it first too.
the quality of the visual aspects of the game are the least important behind gameplay, get the game loop, and whether or not that's fun. The characters, the like story, everything else is more important
back
than the
and play
visuals.
fucking PS2 Jack and Dexter, bro.
Yeah, I mean that's just fun. I mean Jack and Dexter was worse than Ratchet and Clank, but I mean it is what it is.
You know I can take you now. You don't have your use of your right arm.
Sure, that's
You have
fine.
one arm.
Yeah, I'll
but
fight you
But I mean,
to the death.
violence is the language of
I can take the dog
the,
down too
like,
if she tries to protect you, but I think she loves me more.
violence is the language of the uninformed. Sorry to tell you.
Wow.
It's Socrates who said it.
Dude was an
I
asshole
know.
troll anyway. What'd he know?
I think, therefore, I am, idiot. Assassin's Creed Shadows.
Speaking of Assassin's Creed and Socrates, he's in Assassin's Creed Odyssey, and he's the most annoying character.
That sounds so right to me.
He's
For some
just
reason, that sounds
constantly
perfect.
asking you questions and never answers anything.
Mm,
It's basically every conversation ends with, "What do you think about this?"
What do you think? Okay, so the Japanese consultant. So there was Asmund Gold did a video reacting to a breakdown of the trailer and all of the things wrong with like the Japanese representation in the trailer. And they found a bunch of graphic issues that they put in the trailer, in the final cut of the trailer. They also found a lot of things that were wrong historically with the show. And this consultant was like doing an interview talking about how much they cared about the representation being accurate and doing a good job. And now it just looks like a fucking idiot.
We want to represent the Japanese culture as best as we possibly could.
Asbestos.
Asbestos.
Yeah. He was a
Asbestos?
sure.
That's probably what they got going on in the
Feels
studio.
like.
How do you feel about asbestos? That was a Socrates reference. Don't answer. I don't want to go down that rabbit hole. No.
Let me explain my reference to you.
You know that's how I like to do comedy. That's my joke structure. But-
But it's like, I didn't even think Ubisoft needed a Sweet Baby consultant because I thought they were just retarded enough on their own.
They had their own thing going. Yeah.
Yeah.
It is what it is.
They're
you
a
know?
big ass fucking company, man. They got like 13 different franchises going on at once.
Go on at once.
Go on once.
All right, we got 2 more stories I want to try to squeeze in here. Probably be covering them a little shortly. So
Oh. All right, fuck me then.
yeah, that's right.